Hi guys, Olive here, coming to you today from a different location since I quite obviously have moved. In my videos over the past few weeks, I mentioned that March was going to be an incredibly busy month for me, and this was one of the things that was keeping me so busy. Everything that it took to plan this move, to orchestrate this move, was so incredibly time-consuming and stressful, but now that we're here and we're beginning to settle in, I could not be happier. The location of our previous apartment, the one that we just moved out of, was no longer convenient to where my husband was working. We moved to that apartment in the first place so my husband could be closer to work. And then he moved jobs at the end of last year, so we were once again far away from where he was working. It's not like we didn't like that apartment. It was really cute. I really enjoyed living there. And it's not like we didn't like that neighborhood. It was perfectly nice, very safe, very convenient. It just wasn't our first choice. And so when my husband switched jobs and we were kind of able to pick a location that was a little bit better for us, we jumped at the opportunity. But unfortunately, that meant that we had to move very quickly when we found a place that we liked. So it has been very stressful over the past few months trying to get everything together. And then, of course, the last few weeks with packing and then moving and now unpacking and settling in. That alone has been enough to keep me extremely busy. But of course, given that in my life, when it rains, it pours, I have had other things going on as well. I recently found out that it is highly likely that I am going to start traveling as part of my job. I am still waiting for everything to be approved, so it's not for certain yet, but everyone wants it to happen, including me, so I'm hoping that we're going to get the go-ahead for management. It is not going to be anything glamorous, and I'm staying within the United States. It's actually within driving distance of where I'm living right now. But I'm still really excited about it. I originally thought that I was going to have to start traveling in March, which ended up not being the case. It seems like the first time I will do that will be in April sometime. It definitely worked out for the best that I'm not going to be traveling in March. It would have been a lot to deal with if I moved 1 week and the very next week I'm in my car driving to be away for 2 weeks after we just moved to our new place. And then more work news. I am currently up for a promotion, which I'm very excited about. It has been a long time coming. I have been ready to take the next step in my career for quite a while now, so I'm happy that that's starting to happen. I don't know for sure if I have the position yet. I just interviewed for it, so I'm waiting to hear back on that. So I'm waiting to hear a lot of things from work, actually, whether or not my travel is approved and whether or not I'm being promoted. And then I need my wine to talk about this next one because something very, very sad happened to me very recently. In the midst of all this chaos, I received news that a very beloved family member had liver cancer. I normally try to keep things really private because I'm generally a really private person, but I'll just go ahead and say it. It was my grandmother. I thought that I was going to have some time after our move to get back to my hometown and go visit with her, spend time with her, let her know how much I love her. But very, very rapidly, her condition started to worsen, like within a few days after her diagnosis. In fact, the day of our move, I got a call from my mom letting me know that she was really not doing well and wasn't remembering people anymore, to the point where it was too late for me to get home. And then just a few days later, I got a call that she had passed away. She wasn't in any pain. I'm extremely grateful for that. I wish I could have known that the window for me to go see her was so small. I wish I would have known that when she called me to tell me about her diagnosis, that was the last time I was ever going to speak to her. I wish I would have known a lot of things. Very nearly exactly 1 year ago, I lost someone else in my family who I was not nearly as close to, which inspired me to read Being Mortal, which was my favorite nonfiction book of last year. And I mentioned at the time that I had been lucky enough up till this point in my life to not have experienced grief because of losing someone that I loved. I mentioned at that time that I had been fortunate enough to never lose someone that I really cared about. And so when I found out that I was going to be losing my grandmother, I wasn't sure how I was going to handle it. I had never really experienced grief before, and now that I'm going through it for the first time, I'm reacting differently than I thought I was going to. It just astonishes me how much I want to be alone, how much I want to just throw myself into little projects here in our new place. I'm very grateful that I have that. I am trying to go easy on myself. I'm trying to cut myself a lot of slack in the fact that I'm not able to keep up with a lot of things that I could keep up with if I didn't have so much going on in my life, but it's really, really hard for me. I have really big expectations of myself, and I don't treat myself kindly when I'm falling behind on things that are important to me. And it doesn't really matter what else I have going on. Like, the expectations of myself remain the same regardless of what else is going on. I am very fortunate to have some people in my life who try to point out to me how busy I am and how much I need to go easier on myself, and that helps to an extent. But I have fallen behind on just about everything that's important in my life because there's been so much change. So I have not been as active on BookTube as I legitimately want to be. I want to be an active participant in the conversations that are going on. I want to be posting 2 videos per week. I want to be reading 12 books per month. But we all realistically know that this isn't something that can happen all the time. I can't always be doing that. I am really and truly hoping at this point that things start to slow down for me and that I'm able to get back into my routine and create some new routines here in our new place. This channel and BookTube in general are things that are so incredibly important to me, and I try to make them as high of a priority as I possibly can. And I'm hoping to get back to making videos more regularly and answering comments and participating in the community as much as I want to. But I will ask that you have some patience with me as I try to have patience with myself. I'm going to try to catch up on as many comments as I possibly can, and I'm going to be putting out the reviews and videos that I said I was going to. It's just going to take me a little time. So yeah, that's really all the updates that I had for you. I think that will suffice for one video. We had some good things, some stressful things, some sad things, and a lot of looking forward into the future. I would love to hear what you guys think of my new setup. Do you like it? I spent a lot of time on it. As you can probably tell, my Russia books are not on these shelves. My Russia books are finally going to have their own shelf. I thought it was about time for that, but that's going to be on the opposite side of the room. I am going to do a tour of this room, hopefully in the near future. I am so spoiled. This entire room is dedicated to my books and my desk and my reading chair. It is entirely mine. It's not even half a guest room like it was in the old apartment. This room is entirely mine. I spent a good portion of last night hanging things on the walls in here, so it is nearly done. I just need a few more bookcases, and I need to organize all my Russia books and put them on the new bookcase that I have ordered. It is on the way. So I'm hoping in the next few months I will be able to show you around this room. It is so adorable. It is so cozy. This whole place is so cozy and welcoming. My husband and I are just over the moon with this new place. We've liked every apartment that we've had, but this one is really, really special. You guys know the drill by now. If you have any comments or questions, you can leave those in the comments section below. You can also find me on a variety of different places on social media. The links to all of my profiles are linked down below. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your patience, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.